Good evening. Welcome to Independent News. I am Adnan Anwar Hussain. First, let's take a look at the headlines before we go on to the details. Jamaat Shibir activists again clashed with police in the capital in some other districts in the country. 55 people have been injured in the clashes. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has said that the BNP conspiracy to save war criminals won't be successful under any circumstances. BNP chairperson Khaleda Zia has alleged that the Awami League-led government is trying to negotiate with Jamaat-e-Islami in a bid to retain power. Activists of Jamaat-e-Islami and its associate student body, Chhatra Shibir, clashed with police in the capital and some other districts across the country today. 55 people, including policemen, were injured in the clashes. Jamaat Shibir activists vandalized 3 vehicles at Mirpur in the capital. In Amborkhana of Sylhet, cocktails were blasted and brickbats thrown towards police from a procession of Jamaat and Shibir. At least 10 policemen were injured in the attack. Police arrested 5 Shibir men from the spot. In Lokhipur, 20 people were injured during a clash between police and Jamaat Shibir activists. In Rajshahi, 25 were injured in clashes at Jhautala and Bahrampur. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has said that the BNP will not be able to save war criminals under any circumstances. She added that the government had the public mandate with it for this. The Prime Minister made the comments today at a view exchange program with Chatpur unit of Awami League activists.
At the program, Hasina claimed that the government is working relentlessly to fulfill its election pledges for the development of the country. She alleged that the BNP-Jamaat alliance is creating unrest in the country. Hasina also alleged that the opposition alliance is attacking policemen alongside instigating killers, terrorists and war criminals.
The
verdict in the Bangabandhu killing case had been delivered in November, and the BNP called a strike on the day of giving the verdict. They called a strike so that the judges could not reach the court and pronounce the verdict. But by the grace of Almighty Allah, we executed the verdict. They are now trying to save war criminals, but they will fail as we have the people's mandate. The people want the trial of the war criminals.
The Premier also urged all to remain alert so that no communal forces can emerge in the country like those during the past BNP-led 4-party government.
They killed Principal Gopal Krishna and a Buddhist priest. They killed Krishak League leader Azam while he was praying in a mosque.
Earlier in the day, Indian Health and Family Welfare Minister Ghulam Nabi Azad called on the Premier at Ganabhavan. The Turkish Labour and Social Security Minister Faruk Shelik also called on the Premier today.
BNP chairperson Khaleda Zia has alleged that the Awami League-led government is trying to negotiate with Jamaat-e-Islami in a bid to retain power. She made the allegation at the rally in Ramu today. Khaleda went to Ramu to visit the Buddhist temples damaged during the recent violence.
You can't be sure that they are not communicating with Jamaat secretly. They are trying to take Jamaat onto their side so that Jamaat contest polls jointly with them.
BNP chairperson Khaleda Zia has said that no election will be held under the Awami League-led government. She said that the election must be held under a caretaker government. Khaleda made the comments at a roadside rally in Chokoria Upazila of Cox's Bazar today. The BNP chief said that the current government is corrupt and that they will have to face trial in the future for their corruption. She claimed that the people have all the information about the government's corruption. Khaleda blamed different government forces for the Ramu violence. The opposition leader addressed the rally on her way to Buddhist temples affected during the recent violence in Ramu Upazila of Cox's Bazar.
No elections will be held under the Awami League government. I want to tell the government that if you have even a little respect for the democracy and that if you want the welfare of the nation, please make necessary arrangements for elections under a neutral non-party government. And for that, please pass the caretaker government bill in Parliament.
Opposition Chief Whip Zainul Abidin Farooq has challenged Awami League Joint General Secretary Mahbubul Alam Hanif to reveal the issues that Opposition Chief Khaleda Zia discussed with Manmohan Singh and Pranab Mukherjee during her India tour. At a human chain in the capital, Zainul said that Hanif should make the issues public if he is honest in his claims. Zainul made the comment over Hanif's recent statement on Khaleda Zia's meeting with the Indian President and with the Prime Minister. Speaking on the Home Minister's instruction to resist the opposition activities, Zainul added that there can be no democracy and rule of law in a country where the Home Minister himself gives such instructions to his party activists. The BNP does not support the recent violent activities of Jamaat-e-Islami, although Jamaat is a key ally in the BNP-led 18-party alliance. Two top leaders of the BNP said that their party will not shoulder responsibility for Jamaat activities, including the recent attacks on policemen. They said that the Jamaat is engaged in such acts due to the dissatisfaction over the legal procedure of the war crimes trial.
Activists of Jamaat and Islami Chhatra Shibir recently engaged in violent acts across the country, which include vandalism, arson and attack on police. BNP leaders questioned the sudden aggressive stance of their alliance member Jamaat.
As per international standards, statements made under Section 161 cannot be accepted as evidence. No such example exists in the world. Also, the incident of abduction of a witness must be investigated. If the occurrence is true as claimed, it's a serious issue.
Another senior BNP leader said that the BNP will not take responsibility of the consequences arising from unilateral actions by the Jamaat-e-Islami.
They
did not discuss anything on this issue with the BNP or other members of the 18-party alliance. So these are their own party activities and the full responsibility falls on Jamaat-e-Islami.
However, the BNP leaders criticized the ruling party for holding political programs to counter Jamaat on the streets, since various legal measures have already been taken against Jamaat violence.
Leaders of the main opposition BNP have said that the country has still not achieved the desired democracy. Leaders of ruling Awami League, on the other hand, claim that country has become far more democratic compared to the past. Leaders of the two main opposition political parties made these comments today after paying respect to Noor Hussain on Shahid Noor Hussain Day.
Leaders, supporters of various political parties including the Awami League, the BNP and many others rallied at the Shahid Noor Hussain Square at Gulistan in the capital to pay tribute to the iconic figure of democracy in the country, Noor Hussain. Elder brother of Noor Hussain demanded trial of H.M. Ershad for his autocratic rule during the late 80s.
An autocratic ruler cannot be promoted under any circumstance. I demand the trial of Ershad.
After paying tribute to Noor Hussain, BNP leaders told the media that the country has still not achieved the democracy that Noor Hussain had dreamt of. They said that the current government clings on to power through a partnership with the former dictator Ershad.
Noor Hussain, je karone, je uddeshe, tini tar jibon diyechen, seti
we still could not fulfill the dreams and values for which Nur Hossain sacrificed his life. People still do not have the freedom, and the autocrat who had used all his power to suppress democratic movement has become a partner in the government. So the killer of Nur Hossain still rules the country.
The Home Minister, who also came to the Nur Hossain Square, said that the democratic environment in the country is better than any other time.
Ershad joined our alliance. We did not invite him. If Ershad or any other party or group gives me support, I will not reject that. I will continue to protest, raise voice and prevent autocratic rule in Bangladesh. Through this, we will secure democracy for the entire population.
Juba League leader Nur Hossain was shot dead by law enforcers on this day in 1987 while taking part in protests against autocratic rule of H.M. Ershad. This incident fueled the anti-government protests. After widespread movement against dictatorship in the country, the Ershad government had to step down on the 6th of December 1990.
Civil society members have expressed concern over the looming confrontation between the two main political camps over the caretaker government issue. At a seminar in the capital today, they said that the people of the country have been held hostage by the two political parties.
No issue was resolved without any confrontation. We got Bangla as the state language, but we had to fight for that. We had got the caretaker government system after violent movement. And now the cancellation of the caretaker government system is also triggered confrontation. We are participating in seminars. We are discussing among ourselves. But it will entirely depend on those who are holding power. I can't see any way out to avoid confrontation.
Don't fight among yourselves. Choose 10 to 12 persons as advisors and select one of them as the chief advisor. The chief advisor can be selected from the last 3 retired chief justices.
We'll take a short break now. Let's take a look at what's coming up after the break. Jatiya Party Chairman H.M. Ershad says that his party will leave the Awami League-led ruling alliance through a grand rally in Dhaka. Finance Minister A.M.M. Muhith has reiterated that foreign direct investment in Bangladesh has stalled because of Nobel laureate Muhammad Yunus. Welcome back to Independent News. Let's take a look at the headlines once again. Jamaat Shibir activists again clashed with police in the capital and in some other districts in the country. 55 people have been injured in the clashes. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has said that the BNP conspiracy to save war criminals won't be successful under any circumstances. BNP chairperson Khaleda Zia has alleged that the Awami League-led government is trying to negotiate with Jamaat-e-Islami in a bid to retain power. Jatiya Party Chairman Hossain Mohammad Ershad has said that the ruling Grand Alliance has failed to run the country properly. Ershad added that he is going to hold a grand rally in Dhaka to announce his party's exit from the Grand Alliance. Ershad made the comments at a program in the capital today. The program was organized to mark Nur Hossain Day, which Jatiya Party observes as Democracy Day. At the program, Ershad alleged that the government has pocketed billions of taka through corruption in different sectors. He demanded that the government should refund the money. He also claimed that an opportunity has been created for his party to form a government and that he wants to capitalize on that opportunity. Ershad also urged all to be united and prepared for the next general elections.
We will hold a rally of 500,000 people in Dhaka and announce our exit. On that day, I will say that I will not be with you anymore. I will go to the people and seek their support. Then I will contest the polls independently and form a government after winning the election.
Finance Minister A.M.A. Mohit has reiterated that foreign direct investment to Bangladesh has stalled because of Professor Muhammad Yunus. However, Mohit said that he did not quote the name of Nobel laureate Amartya Sen in his recent statement.
At a planning ministry program in the capital on Thursday, Mohit blamed Dr. Yunus for the sudden fall in foreign direct investment to Bangladesh.
Amartya Sen was sitting with me. Amartya Sen said that so many good things are being done in Bangladesh, but none of this work are getting international recognition, and this is happening just because of Dr. Yunus.
After that incident, some media reported that Mohit quoted Nobel laureate Amartya Sen in his comment over Dr. Yunus and about the economic condition of Bangladesh. Today, the finance minister clarified his stance over the media reports. Mohit said that his comment over Yunus was entirely his personal opinion and that Amartya Sen had not made any such comment on Yunus.
I said Amartya Sen commented that so many good things are being done in Bangladesh, but none of these are getting media attention. Amartya made no comment on Dr. Yunus, rather it was my statement. I only said that Amartya Sen commented about the good things being done in Bangladesh and that he is hurt as these good things are not getting media attention. Swadesh Roy wrote about this because he was also sitting with me. But I am very sorry that some reports tied Amartya Sen with this matter. How could Amartya make such comments on Yunus? Yunus is a respected man. He is also my friend.
And now we go on to international news. CIA Director David Petraeus resigned from his post, admitting that he had an extramarital affair. In a statement, Petraeus described his behavior as unacceptable for the leader of the nation's main intelligence agency. Unnamed officials said that Petraeus had an affair with his biographer, Paula Broadwell. Petraeus became CIA boss in 2011 after heading international forces in Iraq and later in Afghanistan. He was the highest profile military officer of the post-9/11 years. He left his command role in Afghanistan in mid-2011, resigning from the U.S. Army to head the CIA after Leon Panetta became the Defense Secretary. The Tigers have completed an era in Test cricket. However, they gain a little in these 12 years. From November 2000 to November 2012, the Tigers played 73 Test matches, of which they came out victorious only in 3 occasions. In rest of the appearances, the Tigers conceded 63 tests and were able to draw only 7 matches. The country had to wait for a long 5 years to get the taste of victory. The Tigers got their first Test win against Zimbabwe in Chittagong in 2005. Later in 2009, the Tigers secured the first ever away series against the West Indies. That's all from me now. You can get more news and updates from independent television through your mobile phones. For breaking news, go to your mobile message option, type *, space B and send to 16232. For daily news updates, type * space DN and send to 16232. You can also call 16232 from any operator to listen to the latest headlines in Bangla. We'll see you tomorrow, same time. Thanks for watching and a very good night.